You're now listening to the Z-Listers podcast with Brady, Neil, and AJP.
I'm ready. Just go.
Good.
Just go.
Welcome to the Z-Listers podcast. My name is AJP. Next to me, too close for comfort, my co-host Brady Neil. Next to him, very special guest, the one, the only, MDogg, MDogg in the house.
Happy to be here. Happy to be here. This is my guy since forever, since 08.
You're the first video guest, right? We had Scott co-host, but that's because you were suspended for a week. I had to tell him to take a week off.
He took disciplinary actions against me.
He was getting too crazy. He was talking about shit he shouldn't have been talking about. So
Literally.
So Scott filled in, but you're the first true video guest. Our set looks a little different because our brick wall is not as big as it may seem in the episodes. So we had to switch it up a little bit. And we got a different recording device too. So if we sound different, hopefully it doesn't sound bad. But yeah, bro, thanks for coming here, bro.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I'm happy. I'm a big fan of this podcast, and
Thanks,
I've known
bro.
him for a grip. I met Brady like a couple of years ago, so we're somewhat acquainted, and I'm just excited to be here. It was one of my favorite podcasts. So
Oh,
I'm
thank
happy.
you, bro. I appreciate it. And
That's
you have
really touching.
you're in a very small group of people whose favorite podcast this is. And you have a podcast too.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah, talk
I have
about
the Audacity podcast. Pretty much it's me and 3 other of my boys. What we talk about, we mostly talk about basketball, but we do talk about sports in general, and sometimes pop culture will cross over with the sports. So
Yeah.
we'll talk a little bit about that, but mostly basketball.
Yeah. I've listened to a couple episodes, but I don't follow basketball like that. So sometimes you guys get like deep into it and I'm like, I don't know. That's way out of my wheelhouse.
Yeah, no, we definitely go really deep. Like I say,
But
if
it's
you're
good,
like a
though.
casual fan and stuff,
Yeah,
you might
yeah.
get like a little lost, but it's just like you'll learn a lot from
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Hey, you
What's
guys
your
check it
team?
So Celtics, 100% Celtics. Love
I'm a
the
Hawks
Celtics.
guy.
Oh, you're a Hawks guy, really? Oh,
I grew up in Marietta, so
Okay.
right outside
Every
of
every
Atlanta.
time he says where he grew up, it's a different city.
I moved around a lot, but I spent like a long stint.
He's from Albany, New York.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
It's not true. I lived there for a year.
That's where you're from, dude.
No, but the Hawks are good though. That's a solid squad.
Yeah.
Solid. You guys should
We'll
make
see.
the playoffs. You should.
Yeah. So I got to admit I'm like a very casual basketball fan. I mostly just watch highlights, but now I don't even do that because I don't use Reddit anymore. So
Oh, yeah,
like
he's on a Reddit band.
I'm just
Oh,
like
really?
completely lost.
yeah,
You
I
don't
know.
use Reddit. Even when I go off social media, I always got to use Reddit.
Well, now I don't. Okay, so if you use Reddit, then you might know. Like recently, there's been like some controversy. Like they made it really expensive for like the third-party app developers
Oh,
to
really?
like. Yeah, so now like
Apollo and shit like that. Like
Yeah.
the other apps that use Reddit.
Oh yeah.
a lot of them are like shutting down because they can't afford to like interface with Reddit.
That's crazy.
So and like everybody hates the official app. So
So he thinks he's doing a good thing by like boycotting
it's not.
Reddit.
It's not even that I think I'm doing a good thing. I just don't want to use the official app if people say that it sucks.
So you haven't come to your own conclusion that it sucks. You're just going.
That's true. I'm just taking what they feed me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, you should check out his podcast.
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely give a look.
I don't. I feel like to replace what I'm not getting from r/MBA.
Well, that too, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
see, he says to you, because you have a podcast about sports, right? But if it was just me and him, he comes off as like an NBA expert.
No,
Yes, it is.
because I know more than you, but
Yeah,
that's
but
a very low
But when you
bar.
talk about, sure, when it comes to the NBA, but when you're talking to somebody who has a podcast about
Yeah.
sports, like specifically the NBA, he opens with, "Oh, I don't know anything about the NBA. I don't even watch highlights
no,
anymore."
he's smart. He's smart.
Yeah,
he doesn't
yeah.
want to challenge me.
So Jason Tatum, huh?
Tatum,
Yeah.
that's my guy.
Yeah,
Tatum,
the-
Jalen Brown, those are the two.
The two J's.
Yeah, now we're about to win the championship next year.
You
No,
think
no
so?
bias.
Okay.
No bias.
But you better watch out for the Hawks.
We'll be fine.
That's always been like a thing in our relationship too, because you're a Patriots fan.
Oh yeah, of
I'm-
course.
Yeah, and I'm a Jets fan. So
Yeah.
That was oh yeah.
That was always a thing. Always a
That
thing.
was always a
Is that
thing.
a big rivalry?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I know the
yeah.
Patriots.
Yeah, this
have
guy
been-
don't know shit about football.
Yeah.
Tom Brady, right?
He retired.
Oh, this guy, yeah. And I think like our friendship is kind of proof that like you can meet people on the internet. Not everyone's a predator,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Like-
we were in the scary era. We were young too. We could have got caught up.
And I can safely say that you're not a predator. You
Yeah.
can't say the same for me confidently.
I know you're not a predator. We were definitely talking to predators during that time, though. Like,
Bro.
we're not gonna say any names, but you know what I mean.
That shit was crazy. When Scott was on here, we were talking about like all like the nightclub shit we used to do
Oh.
and being so young. But then like me and you go back even further than that. Like we were doing like the nightclub and the party shit like 2011, 2012. But like we were doing shit, me and you, like 2008.
Yeah.
Dude, this shit was crazy.
Through
We had a
AIM.
record label. Did you know that?
Aaron.
Yeah.
Enron Records, bro.
Yeah, you told me because you thought Enron was cool, right?
I thought it was a cool name for. I didn't know what it did, and I was like, "Oh, Enron's cool." But then I realized it was like a fucking scam.
You can't just.
You
Yeah.
can't-
Also, you can't just take a
yeah,
company's
yeah.
name.
But it was out of business. I probably could have. What were they gonna do? But yeah, Aaron. It was Aaron Records, Aaron Entertainment.
Yeah.
yeah. And I think I found you on YouTube because, bro, it was when YouTube had like an add friends button. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I
You used to be able to
remember
add.
that. I
They had
remember
like DMs on.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And you put out a remix to something. Probably a Millie. It was like
Yeah,
a
I
song
think
that
it was
like
a Millie,
everybody
yeah.
was remixing. And back then, you remember AIM? Did you ever use AIM?
I never used it, but
You
I
know,
know about it.
yeah. So, like-
ASL.
Yeah. So
Did you ever ask him that?
Yeah, that's exactly. That's just what I slid in his DMs on YouTube, and I was like, "Yo, ASL." yeah. But you had your AIM in the description of one of the songs, and I just hit him up, and then we just started making songs. Do you remember what the first song we did was? It was a remix to a song. Do you remember what song it was?
Was it Paper Planes?
It was Paper Planes.
Oh, yeah.
wow, by
Yeah,
MIA?
yeah. And I used to make my voice like super deep because I was like insecure because I was fucking 12 years old. And and then we just started like recruiting people through YouTube. At one point, we probably had like 8 people like on the whole roster.
Yeah.
And then like I was the president, he was the vice president of the label, and we were just like running shit, dude. And then like people would like make songs like without even telling us. And we're like, yo, these like it was like a real company, bro.
Yeah.
We were, like
Yeah.
running shit. Dude, one guy we had was like, how old was Enemy? When we were like
He
12
was-
and 13. He was like
He was probably like mid 20s, 30s.
yeah,
Like
early
he was
30s.
old, like
yeah,
literally.
and he was just like in our crew. And then
Was he your enforcer? Like
Nah,
you
he
guys
was-
had to
He
get
was like
tough.
an Eminem. Like,
yeah,
he
he
could
was
spit though. He was good at
Yeah,
it.
kind of like everybody we had was like a version of somebody else.
Yeah.
like, it was like a
Definitely.
great.
So who were you guys?
Well,
I don't even know.
Action
yes.
Bronson.
no, this was before Action Bronson, dude. This was before that. This was before I even had a beard, dude.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But yeah, and then we had how old? Like Torres was like what, 18, 19 at the time.
Yeah, he was something like that.
Right.
But to me, he seemed like mad old.
Oh,
just
yeah,
'cause
yeah.
of, you know
Everybody
what I mean?
did, you know?
Yeah, because we
And
were like
then,
mad. And we were like, what, 12, 13?
Yeah, yeah, this
Literally
shit was
12, 13.
crazy, dude. Just like running a record label online. Yeah, shit
Yeah,
was-
shout out Jaden's. I
Jay
remember.
Dins, yeah, bro. There was this
Jackie.
kid from where was he from? Sacramento?
Yeah, Sacramento.
Yeah. And bro, he would make these songs and it was like always depressing shit.
Uh-huh.
Like he would be like, yo, I need you to sing a hook, and he would send it, and he would be like in the verse like rapping about killing himself and stuff. He's like 13 years old, and we're like, bro, you can't be doing this.
We had a
ever
song
reached-
called Depression. I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You ever reach out to him like, bro, you good?
No, you know what? He switched to like poetry. Do you remember
Yeah.
that? He switched to like writing like slam poetry.
Oh,
now
wow.
I don't know what, you know. Enemy actually like hit me up a couple years ago on Facebook, and he's doing it. He was actually nice though. Like
Yeah, no, he was nice. I remember. I got to go back to Jackie. Like Jaden's and me. I remember we had a falling off because
Yeah.
he hit me up. He was like, "Oh, could you post this for me?" Because he had like the slam poetry thing he was doing, and I was like, "Okay, I'll post it on my artist page." And he's like, "Oh, you're not gonna post it on your real page?" He's like, "All right, screw you, man. Last time I asked for anything." And he unfriended me. I was like, "Whoa, bro."
Yeah, he was-
So
we
take it
should've-
easy.
I mean, if we were older and like knew more, we probably could have saw he was very unstable.
Yeah.
But
He was a nice kid and all, but
yeah,
that
he
was
was
crazy.
all right. And then Enemy, right? He got into beef with some guy, like some like popular YouTuber at the time, right?
Uh-huh.
And
Wax.
yeah. And then the guy went back at him,
Uh-huh.
and then he was like dissing us in the diss to Enemy,
Uh-huh.
and we're 12, maybe at this point we're 13 and 14, and we're like that 50 Cent meme. What do you say fuck me for? Bro, because we're getting called out by this big YouTuber because of fucking Enemy. Bro, that shit was crazy, dude.
That shit was dope. Like that was when YouTube was like really small, way smaller of a community, and you could really blow up. I feel
Yeah.
like that was like the funnest time of rap, like for
Yeah.
me at least.
Yeah, it was like you said, it's like community, right? And there was a lot less people on there too. So,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
and that's how I found you because like, you remember Millie? Remember when that song came out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne.
This guy's white, so he don't get a lot of shit. But
Whoa. First of all,
no, chill, bro.
Look at
but,
you.
So, when that song came out, like everybody was doing a remix to it, right? It was like the popular thing to do. So, and then that's how we found people from like other remixes and shit like that. You know?
I remember we recruited one of my boys. I got to give him a shout out, Easy S2.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Easy S2.
Still close to this day.
Yeah. And then his brother got on the label too, right?
Yeah,
Later on?
I mean, like later on, but like Kenny does his own thing now. KO the
Yeah.
artist, like me and him, we got like a group, Notorious Outsiders.
Yeah.
It's like us and like pretty much 7-8 other people, but
Yeah.
you know, I can't name everybody, but
Yeah. That video you did with the arcade.
oh yeah.
What's the song called?
So that's Street Fighter. So
Okay, yeah.
so it was me, Marcus, and Hans. So Marcus's rap name is Marcus McLeod. Hans's one is Kill H4, and pretty much we Marcus is the one who came up with the concept. He was like, oh, well, it's called Street Fighter. Let's try to go to arcade, kind of like make it like this and that. And I was like, oh, let's actually take ourselves and put ourselves in the game. And like the concept ended up working well. Like I'm not saying it's the most professionally done shit, but like concept wise, I think it ended up being a great video.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
No, it's fire. They're like in an arcade and they walk up to like the game and then it like zooms into the screen and then you where'd you find the guy that animated it?
Oh, okay. So I was using like what's this, like Fiverr or something?
Fiverr? Yeah. Yeah, we get a lot of
You're
shit.
talking to Fiverr's biggest supporter.
Yeah,
right
no,
here.
bro, the shit is dope on there, bro. Like the shit. The lady that did the our voiceover for the intro for this, we got her on Fiverr. Well, there's no we involved. but yeah, no. So they zoom into the screen and then it's like them in the game, like fighting and shit. And
Like
it's
animated?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I can't. We got a different setup, so I can't like pull shit up on the screen. But you take my word for it. I'll show you later.
I got to tell you guys though, all this talk about like the rap game is really. It's really getting me going.
Don't encourage him. Please don't encourage him.
I've been telling him for decades I want to hop on a track with him, and he won't let me in the booth.
Okay.
His favorite rapper is Will Smith.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So
not
his
true at
favorite
all.
his favorite person in the world is Will Smith. Okay.
I can respect that. He's
we
up there for me. That's top 3 favorite.
We
Okay,
said-
but rapper. So you can
not
see why I
rapper.
don't want him on a track.
I never said that was my favorite rapper. I said he had like one of the best lives ever. Like in the 90s, like he was like the biggest person. Besides like Michael Jordan, like he had like who had a better life than Will Smith? He was the man.
Okay,
You know?
fine, but
I never said he was the greatest rapper.
Okay,
I mean,
sure. Okay.
Big Willie style is an amazing seminal work, but I never said he was the greatest rapper of all time.
your top 3 are like it's Will Smith, the Beastie Boys, and then I don't know.
You're making me upset.
What's number 3? And I'll be upset if it's not me.
Well, I'm trying to think of a meme answer. Fuck. I don't want to disrespect.
Anyway,
anybody.
that's why I haven't. That's why he hasn't been on a song with me. Tell him your tiny desk line.
No,
Yeah.
I'm shy.
Yeah, exactly. He writes these bars in his free time, and they're
I wrote like 2. I used to do a lot of edibles, so I would like get really
until he
high,
had to go to the hospital.
and I would think of like these lines, and I'm like, this is fucking brilliant. And then the next day when I'm sober, I'm like, oh.
I got drunk one time and I tried to write a song, and I checked my notes in the morning, and it just said "I'm a champion" like 5 times. I was like, "Yo, this is fire!" And I woke up next day and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Did you ever record it?
No, I probably should have, but nah, bro. So yeah, that's. I don't know.
I'm saying let's mix it up. Let's put it on wax.
No, this guy's insufferable.
Nah, I got a question for you, Adam.
Sure.
So you know how like the YouTube rap days was pretty intense and stuff.
Sure.
If you had to pick, who would you say was your top 5 favorite YouTube rappers?
From YouTube, damn, Dime a Dozen was up there for sure.
Oh yeah, that for sure.
The number 1 probably would be Anomaly. You remember
Oh,
Anomaly?
Anomaly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know he's like does like Republican
Yeah,
politician
I
stuff.
know. I
I'm
looked
like,
him up.
what?
I looked him up the other day. He's like insane with like the shit that he's doing. But
I'm like, whoa.
it was a big jump from being like a YouTube rapper, like an internet rapper, to being like this right wing guy. And
It's so because you went from YouTube rapper to like crazy Bernie Sanders supporter.
was he really?
Yeah.
I missed that part.
I was all these years. I still like him on Facebook. I see all
he's
the
from
updates.
up by you, right? Isn't he?
I think so. I think
Right?
so.
He's from Massachusetts.
I think he's from around there. I don't know if he's from Massachusetts itself,
Yeah.
but I think he's from like the New England area.
Yeah.
But it's crazy shit. It's like what? Like I don't know. I would never have expected that in my life.
Yeah, that was. I looked him up a while ago because I was thinking about it. even before this, I was thinking about like old like 'cause, like I still follow Timothy De La Ghetto and shit like that, and Dime a Dozen and stuff. I see he's actually working. He's doing like a lot of stuff, Dime a Dozen. But and I remembered Anomaly, and I was like, holy shit, like it's just like crazy right wing shit and stuff. But yo, he used to be fire.
I thought of my number 3.
Who's your number?
Andy Bilanakis.
Ooh, nah, he was nice with it. Yeah, he actually just
in Three Loco.
Oh yeah, Nito.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Trying to think who else would be, because Timothy De La Ghetto, he used to go by Traffic. Remember that?
Yeah.
And then Wax was up there too. He used to collab a lot with them.
Can I ask a dumb question?
Sure, everyone you ask
is that the guy who used to be like with like Andrew Schultz and them?
Who?
Didn't they have like a producer guy or something named Wax?
Oh no, they did. They had a guy named Wax
Oh,
that used
okay.
to be on the podcast.
Different guy.
That was a different guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Phony Wax.
yeah. Do you listen to Brilliant Idiots with you know that part? It's Charlemagne the God and Andrew Schultz.
Oh no, I don't listen to that. I listen to No Fragrant, but I never
okay,
listened to like Brilliant Idiots. But I figured that would be a good podcast. I just never tuned in.
Yeah. No, it's pretty good. But yeah, who would be your?
For me, number one, definitely Wax. I always thought
Okay.
Wax was the nicest. Like he just used to have like I remember, what was it, like The Adventures of like Tiny and Tina or something
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I remember that was the craziest shit when it came out. Number two, I'd def say D Pride.
Oh,
Like,
D
was
Pride,
killing
bro!
it.
I forgot about D Pride. Russell, he goes by Russell now.
Yeah,
I think.
he still does his thing, but he does pop.
Do you know who
like,
that is?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
He was blowing up a little bit before, but he does pop now. But he was like a really like good rapper. Like,
and his brother rapped too, right? He had like a crew.
he had like D'Angelo. Was
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
Yeah, like I remember what was it? Like he was in my opinion, he might be the most influential of our generation because a bunch of rappers right now, they probably were inspired by him.
Oh, for sure.
Because he was really blowing up, and I think he was like 15, 16 when he was really getting it, really young.
I
Third,
forgot about him. Damn.
who would I have third? I want to say I'm gonna give it to Timothy De La Ghetto because I think he was so like successful making it on Wild 'N Out. Like by far, I think he was the best entertainer. out
Oh,
of all
for
of them.
sure. He
Easily
did like
the
a lot
best
of skits
entertainer.
and stuff like that. He had like a.
Actually, no. I'm gonna drop him to 4. Number 3. I don't even know if you could consider him a YouTube rapper, but like I would consider him because that's how I found him. But remember Dumbfounded?
Oh yeah. I was gonna bring him up.
Yeah,
You know
he-
Dumbfounded? He's a battle rapper too, but
Yeah, he's nice.
He's
He's
actually one of the few battle rappers who can actually make good songs.
Yeah,
Like usually
he's
battle
nice.
rappers, like
Yeah.
they cannot make a song to save their life.
Yeah.
But then you hear him in a battle rap, you're like, holy shit. Like if you could think of some bars like that, just put it to a beat. They
Yeah.
just fold every time. But Dumbfounded's actually nice
Yeah,
with it.
he's really nice, and he's
Yeah.
like one of those people who's successful outside of the YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you gotta respect it. He had that. What was it? What's that song like? The Underwater Squad song. You ever heard that or
No.
not? All right, I'll show it to you
Okay,
later.
yeah,
But
yeah.
he was on it with like Walker and all them.
Oh wow.
And the last person, this is probably one you're probably like, what the fuck? Because like, I don't know. I used to fuck with him a lot. Remember Young Blaze? Any chance you remember him?
It sounds familiar. If I saw him, yeah, probably.
So he was like a little less known than the other guys, but he was nasty.
Mm-hmm.
He had a Niggas in Paris remix with Lil Craze.
Okay.
So he was
Oh,
nice
Lil
with it.
Craze. Yeah.
Lil Craze, he gets an honorable mention. He wouldn't be in my top 10 though, because like he had some.
He used to do
Iffy
stuff with D
years.
Pride, didn't he?
Yeah, he
had-
used to do stuff with you.
Yeah. Damn, it was a crazy time, man. And I remember so I used to go to my grandparents every weekend, right? So as soon as I got there, I'd like get on the computer, I'd jump on AIM, you'd be online, and like all weekend we would just be like making songs and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Till like Sunday night, and then I would go back home, and then like we would talk during the week, but it was like weekends, bro. It was like nonstop, like locked in recording and shit like that. And AIM was fire because we used to be able to just send files back and forth. Remember
Facts.
that?
And the crazy thing is, we probably had like over 100 unrelist tracks. Like we
Easy.
were really making
Easily.
tracks like that.
We'd make like a mixtape in a Saturday night.
That's
Just
how I'm
like-
trying to be.
Oh my God,
It's not
good
gonna happen,
times.
bro.
God damn it.
That wave is
Just
gone.
give me my
But-
chance.
Yeah. Do you remember there was a website, I can't find like anything about it, but it was called Sound Lantern. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
And it was like a clone of YouTube, but it was only audio, right?
I
And when
remember that.
Enemy got dissed, he was like, yo, I'm moving all my stuff to Sound Lantern. And dude, it looked exactly like YouTube looked at the time,
Yeah.
but you could only upload audio and shit. And then it just disappeared. Like, it was around for like a couple months and then it was just gone. And I was like, dude, that shit's crazy.
Yeah, no, it
And
was
then,
short-lived.
And SoundClick was big then too.
Yeah,
remember?
SoundClick was
You used to
huge.
put your songs up on SoundClick,
Mm-hmm.
and then but we even had our crew was so big we had producers and shit. Do you remember? You remember D Betts?
Yeah, I remember D Vets.
D
He had the
Betts
nice
was-
beats.
yeah,
What
he
happened
was-
to him?
He's still out here. I don't think he's making music, but you know who fell off? Who I can't find like at all? Remember Dirk?
Yeah, Dirk.
Bro,
Yeah.
I cannot find it. So like, I check my Facebook memories every day, right? Because like, there's some shit that I was posting. Like, I had Facebook. Like, we were both on social media, like mad young. So like, there's some shit on there I was posting. I was like, pretty questionable, right? So I had to like go back and delete shit because I'm like, yo, this is not good. But like I've tagged him in statuses and stuff, right? And you know how like if you tag someone, it'll be blue, right? So when I see his name, it'll be like Nick Durkin, and it'll be black. Like his profile's gone. I can't find anything. His YouTube channel's gone. Like everything's gone. I have no idea.
He went off the grid.
He definitely went off the grid. And I'm still friends with a couple of people on Facebook that was like he was friends with, and I haven't reached out to them, but like I don't know if they would even know, but I should because I wonder like what the hell happened to that guy.
No, you should because you never know. Maybe he like blew up and actually made it.
Yeah, I'm changed his name. You know, Young Berg is Hit Boy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Dude,
I
that
seen
shit
I was
blew
like, what
my
the fuck?
mind.
Yeah,
Do you know
was
Young
mad.
Berg?
Hit boy.
Yeah,
The-
that
yeah.
producer.
Like,
He's
that's
like-
his producer tag.
Yeah,
He's
but-
like he's like hit maker.
Is it Hitmaker?
Yeah, he's
oh,
Hitmaker.
Oh,
Hitmaker.
okay.
Hit Boy is that's another producer.
Yeah,
That's a
another
different
one.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he's
right?
hit maker. But he really reinvented himself.
He really did. Yeah,
Yeah, which is
Not feel bad. I
crazy.
fucked up his name, but
But like the thing is too, like I think when you're a producer, you could just keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You could be really just hidden, like
Yeah,
not have
yeah.
to be that famous. You
Yeah.
don't have to be Metro Boomin showing your
Yeah.
face left and right.
yeah. That's another thing too. A lot of these new producers, like these younger guys, they want to be like the celebrity. They want to be like known and shit.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that Ron Browse produced Ether. I just learned that.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Because like
either.
you know
That's
him
crazy.
from that song Pop Champagne and A-Rap Money. You'd know him if you heard him.
Okay.
You know the song "Give Me $20, Give Me $20." No.
I know when J. Cole said that.
yeah, that's what he was referencing. To.
So I'll play you the other songs later.
Okay.
But, so like I knew him from like Pop Champagne and like A-Rap Money, right? And Apple Music had like a thing for like 50 years of hip hop because that's in a couple weeks. Did you know that?
When hip hop was invented 50 years ago.
August 11th, 1973.
Hip hop's mad young. That's crazy. 50 years.
But yeah, I had no idea. He was like 19 when he produced Ether, and he had like a record label, like I think it was Ether Boy Records.
That's crazy.
And because we know him from that shit, and it's like because his songs are like, but like as a producer, shit's fire.
Yeah.
So like you're saying, like you can be like super low key and be a producer.
Yeah, no, he was blowing up at that time, that auto-tune era. He's like an auto-tune pioneer because he was like the first person to kind of jack T-Pain with the auto-tune. Like,
yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, and he took it to like extreme. He would like
Yeah.
crank that shit up,
Because this
With
shit, like,
auto-
if you use auto-tune the way he was using it now,
Yeah,
people
yeah.
be like, ugh. You know what I mean?
yeah. Dude, you remember we used to like pirate programs and shit to try to record like Mixcraft, like
We'd be on
we
the
actually
LimeWire.
yeah. When we do the podcast, we actually still record in Mixcraft.
No, for real. Oh, I love that. I love
Yeah,
that. I tried the new one because I was just testing it out, and I was like, oh, Mixcraft's like legit.
Yeah,
now.
it's actually kind of fire. But and then D Betts was trying to teach me FL Studio, bro. I remember he'd be like on AIM trying to give me like a tutorial through text, and I'm like, he's like, all right, click this, and I'm like, dude, I cannot follow this because if you open up FL Studio, like, it's like, what am I looking at? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the toughest one for me. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't good with FL. I think Mixcraft, I probably made the best beats out of
Oh,
all of it. I forget what the other one is, but I like it's like a popular one. I tried using that. Begins with an A, but I can't
Audacity?
remember. Nah,
Ableton?
Ableton. That's the
Oh,
one.
bro,
Ableton, yeah.
Ableton's even crazier than FL Studio.
Yeah, that
you open
one's
that
tough.
shit up, it's like, what the fuck?
It's tough. It's tough.
And you know what's funny too? Like when we would like once we both learned Mixcraft and we both had a copy. Like if other people, Audacity, right? It's like that free program.
I know
Yeah.
that. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
That's
think I
actually
had
why
that
it's
on my
called
computer.
Audacity because we kind of like
Really? That's what you recorded in?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what inspired. We were supposed to, and then we just didn't.
Oh,
You know
that's
what I'm
fine.
saying?
Yeah. But so like when we both learned Mixcraft, like people would be like, "Oh, we use Audacity." Then me and him would be like, "Oh, fucking Audacity!" Like, yo, we're way past that. Meanwhile, like we're using like a cracked version. Like my laptop was like half falling apart and shit, like viruses on it and shit. Do you remember G Snap? It was like
I
a
remember
bootleg
G-Snap.
version of Autotune, and it couldn't. It didn't sound anything like Autotune. Like
No.
it sounded like it was trying to be Autotune, but it was like
Is Autotune like a proprietary, like copyrighted software, or is it just
Yeah,
like a general term?
so. It's used as a general term, but it's like Kleenex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Autotune is made. What Andreas, I think, is the company, and something like that.
I never knew that.
Antares, something like that.
Yeah, something like it begins with an A.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And Autotune is the yeah, and it's not meant to be used the way that like T-Pain uses it.
Right.
It's just supposed to like you send vocals to it and it'll pull it to the closest note. But it's supposed
Right.
to be like subtle. But then if you obviously you can manipulate it and shit.
It's like
Yeah.
quantizing.
No.
A lot of people use auto-tune on the low.
He learns words like buzzwords and key phrases, and then he'll just like he calls these transducer microphones. That's not what they are, but he just uses
And
words.
I always got to bring up the phantom power. I
Oh.
just got to make sure the phantom power is on.
Jesus Christ.
No, but okay, so it's kind of like CGI. Like they say, you only notice it when it's bad, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So that's a
but-
cool
but-
little analogy.
It works kind of. He's gonna be riding off that for a long time. Like that, he made like a good proper analogy.
I'm in the music biz.
I gotta ask you, what do you think? Would you ever go back to the auto-tune? Because I haven't gone back to the auto-tune since then. Like honestly, personally, but
I don't know. It depends. Like it depends on like the kind of track I was making. Because
Yeah.
like we were making like our range was like crazy.
Yeah,
and
we were
that
making
sounds
everything.
that sounds like a super cock thing to say. Like
Right.
we were like the best, but like we were making remixes of like every type of song.
Yeah.
Now like for me like when I'm listening to beats like I'm like super picky with it. And if you've heard like my newer stuff, like I appreciate you commented on my new video I dropped. It's like and. Yeah,
I did
No,
too.
but that's real rap. Like that's what I want. That's why I could really want to hear because I feel like everything's starting to get like oversaturated. Everything's sounding the same. you know
Everything's
what
like a drill beat. Like I don't know. I can't fuck with like a drill beat.
Yeah,
Like I
everybody's
try.
Everybody's
Yeah.
trying to sound like they're from New York and shit. It's like
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah.
bro. Crazy.
And now like Jersey Club's kind of taking over too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like it's getting pretty big now. But yeah, like now I'm kind of going back to more like old school type beats or like just like some real like simple shit, you know?
Yeah, you can never go wrong with the old school. Like I feel like some people they try to be either too creative or they're trying to imitate a certain person,
Yeah,
and then they
definitely.
lose themselves. And that
Yeah.
you just can't do that.
And that's like too like we've been doing it forever, bro. Like we're going on 16 years.
Which
like
is crazy.
right? And it's crazy we've known each other that long.
I
too,
know, right?
Yeah. And but yeah, like you see, like we've seen people come and go like crazy. You know, they'll like copy a sound, they'll get popular, and that sound disappears, and then they're just kind of like stuck doing that thing.
Yeah.
And
which is,
yeah, it's kind of that's why it's cool seeing like people like Timothy De La Ghetto kind of switch into like TV and stuff. Like Dumbfounded going on to have like his own like musical career. Wax too. I mean, Wax is on tour like all the time.
yeah,
he
he
has
was
tour
signed for
dates, like,
Def Jam for a little bit.
Was he really?
Yeah, for a little
wow.
bit he was.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I consider him like up there. But I feel like Timothy De La Ghetto, the reason he made it is because I remember watching a video and I was mad inspired by it. He was saying, oh, people keep saying to me, oh, what if you don't make it? And he's like, well, if I don't make it tomorrow, I might make it the next day or the next day. And he ended up making it because he was a jack of all trades. He was funny. He could rap. He could do movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he had
yeah.
like the, what is it? High School Sucks
Yeah,
that
yeah.
never came out.
Bro, I just listened. He has a podcast. You remember Ricky Shucks? That was his
Yeah,
voice?
I remember
And,
Ricky. I
he-
watched that podcast. I love that podcast.
Yeah, he had he remember PD Flow?
Yeah.
That was who was producing High School Sucks the musical.
Yeah.
They just did a podcast like a couple weeks ago and they were talking about like why it never came out. They sold the movie and like somebody owns it now. That's why it never came out.
And
Like
what?
some company is like holding it. But he made like a parody to the High School Musical. It was High School Sucks the musical.
Uh-huh.
But and it was like in his fan base, it's like the biggest lore ever because it was like it was all they talked about. It was like all they were doing,
Yeah.
and then it just never came out. But
Yeah, I was tight because I was going into high school when it was supposed to come out. So I was like, oh, I'm excited. And then I graduated high school. I graduated college. Now I'm freaking married. You know what I'm saying? And it never
It's
came
still
out.
not out.
It's just wild.
But yeah, it's I think about that too because like, what is like making it? You know what I mean? Like, is it getting signed to Def Jam? Is it like doing a tour? Or is it just like the ability to be able to like do this shit? You know what I mean? Because like we talk about that all the time. Like the viewership for this podcast, like the video is pretty low, but like audio wise, like we're doing decent numbers, right? And it's just like how long do you keep going? But it's just like fun, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's more like you said, like Timothy De La Ghetto. It's just like building. Like he has this crazy catalog. Like bro was like one of the OG vloggers.
Yeah.
He was like vlogging like 2008, 2009.
He's
you know,
really
and then
vlogging.
like people like Casey Neistat come up, and then everybody starts vlogging. Like there's like these groups of like people that get big in a thing, and then people like latch onto that. But like he's been doing it forever. And,
Yeah.
who knows? Like I asked him, how long will you do this podcast? And it's just like.
Forever.
Yeah. Well, that's because you don't have to do anything. I'm up here 9 a.m. hanging fucking curtains to make this shit look good.
And I'm on my phone like, yeah, it looks fine.
Yeah, bro. God, you piss me off so much.
But no, that's a great question. What is really making it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like everybody looks at things differently. Because some people might be like, oh, Timothy De La Ghetto, he hasn't made it. He only
Yeah.
kind of made it. But
Or he fell off, you know.
yeah, and it's like, no, that man really made it.
Yeah.
He's wilding out and everything. It's like, oh
Yeah.
shoot, like,
And he's in like a lot of other stuff. He's in like a lot of like he has like small roles in a lot of stuff. Like you'll see him in a movie, you'll be like, holy shit, is that Timothy?
yeah, you
And
see
he's
him
like,
in a movie. He was in that music video with Popstar with Justin Bieber.
Oh,
Was that
yeah,
what
yeah.
And
Yeah.
people are losing. It was him and King Batch.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, I've been watching them forever.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, King Batch, that's a little newer. You
Yeah,
know what I
that's
mean?
like Vine.
Like
Like
Timothy's OG.
2013, 2012, whenever Vine was.
Yeah, he's a Vine guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the Vine to me, like, obviously, it doesn't exist anymore, but it's more recent. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for sure. Yeah, it's just cool. And like, remember I did that show up by you a couple years ago?
Oh,
when
yeah,
you came
yeah.
through. So there was this kid that I think he was the opening act, right? He goes by Life. Do you know?
Oh
who that is?
yeah, I know. I remember him. I didn't know him.
Okay,
like
yeah.
that.
So that was his first show ever, right? And then I was on Instagram and I was like unfollowing people and shit. And I think I've told you this story too. But I was like, I saw him and I clicked on his page and I was still following him. And I saw he was like doing his own shows and he's like putting other artists on and shit. And like I reached out to him like, yo, bro, like it's great to see you're doing your thing. Like, and it's awesome that like, you know, your first show was with me. Now you're doing your own shows, booking stuff and everything. And I'm not saying like I put them on, but like just being able to see people that like are still doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I've done shows with so many people and they just kind of fall off. They fall out of it and shit like that. So like to me, like that's cool enough. You know what I mean? Like, again, I'm not saying like I launched his career and shit, but you know, seeing him like take that opportunity and just run with it and still be doing his own shit, like it's cool as hell.
Yeah, no, you'd be surprised at the people that you influence. Like, I know I've put some people on when it comes to rap, but in general, like, I don't know. When I was younger, I think I told you the story. There was like a group of kids at a school that hated my raps. Like, they hated it. So they all started rapping. And then one of the kids became like one of the bigger local rappers. Then he went to jail and shit. And then, like, you know what I mean? Like,
And now he's even a bigger rapper because he's got cred now.
I don't know. Like, I don't even think he raps anymore. But but it inspired like a bunch of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit. Well, you may not have liked my raps, but hey, you started rapping because of me. So.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're out here doing it mad early, bro. Now, how soon before you uploaded that first YouTube video were you actually like rapping?
Not that long. Like, I want to say like the first YouTube video I was probably rapping for like maybe like a month. Like, because I used to just record it on my phone, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
And I remember like 2 months before I made my own YouTube, I remember I was like, trying to recruit my boys like, oh yo, we should rap. And then my boy was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. Then my other boy hit me up. I'm going to give him a shout out. Shout out Casey Riley. But this is where it all started. So we had a group called Point Blank on MySpace. We had a shitty like fucking logo that I made on fucking Windows Paint. Like, it was so bad. But we were rapping and shit. And I remember like the first song we ever did, he wasn't the greatest rapper, you know what I mean? He was pretty bad, and he like made me like look good. But it was one of those things where like
Maybe I should let you rap, bro.
I'm saying it's a win-win.
it can be a win-win. Like a
Please
bunch
don't
of people
encourage.
were saying it, though. A bunch of people were hitting me up and saying they're like, "Oh, yo, you're pretty nice, Marvin. Oh, you're good." You know what I mean? And like, and I was getting a lot of positives, and then I went into YouTube. And then that's when the negatives came out, and I was like, "Oh my god, like, people hate me." You know what I mean? And then, and I kind of got used to it because you got to have thick skin in order to rap.
sure.
You know what I mean? Because like music is subjective. Not everybody's gonna like your music. And rap specifically, people are very precise about their raps that they like.
Right.
So I had to figure out, oh, okay, maybe this person doesn't like it, but let me keep going. You know what I mean? And having him. The other people, Torres, like people just being around like, hey, keep going, you're a nice kid. It was like, okay. And you know how it is when you're a rapper, you go and then you quit. You go and quit. You do it all the time. I feel like I quit like 7 times. I feel like you quit at least 10. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all the time. Bro. I started DJing, I quit rapping, and it was just like, consistency is really it. And like we've seen that with this podcast. Like since the beginning of the year, we only missed 1 week. And it's just fun to like put stuff out. It feels good to like build a catalog. But like my problem was like with music, it's like I wouldn't put stuff out consistently, and then it'd be like 2 years between projects, and I didn't like the old shit that I had out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this doesn't represent me, so I'll take it down, start over. But if you just keep going, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing like with this. You know, we just got to keep going.
Yeah, you got to be consistent. Like, what is it? The last album that we had out, it was 2020. Obviously, we've released tracks and stuff, but I've been telling the boys, we got to get it back 2024. And like me and you too, we got a mixtape we haven't done. Like,
should we announce it here that it's coming?
We should
we
announce
announce it here that
announce
it's coming? So yeah, we got to. Bro, he's so excited for this project.
Bro, I came to take a picture for it like 2 years ago?
Yeah, when was that? What year was that?
That was 2021, yeah. 2 years ago.
So we got me and MDogg. Bro, it's crazy that we've been like together so long, right? Making music forever, and we haven't had a project out, like a full project.
It's crazy.
So you want to say the name? Or you want me to say the name?
You say.
All right. So we got a mixtape coming. It's a project. I don't know if it's gonna be a mixtape. It's called Trading Places. I'm gonna put like a teaser up on the screen of the in post. In editing, I'll put it up. But yeah, bro, Trading Places is coming soon, bro.
I'm excited for it, man.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
excited. I know it's one of those things like you've improved a lot. I've improved a lot. We
For
both
sure.
have like a much wider fan base than we did when we were kids.
Oh, for
like,
sure.
Way more.
I mean,
And
we have
think
all
we're
this
both-
experience too, you know, and like.
Yeah, and we actually have good equipment. Our equipment used to suck. It was crazy.
I used to record. I used to play. So I had this like dresser that was like the same height as like my chin, right? So I'd put the laptop on the dresser, and then I would just play the beat through the speakers and also record.
Oh, yeah,
So
dude.
if like anything happened in the house, there was like a door open, I'd have to stop and redo it, and then just like I'd have to make sure that the beat was loud enough and I was far enough away so that like, and then it wasn't mixed or anything. That was the track, like
Yeah.
that was it. And then I got a USB microphone, and I learned that you could just play the beat and record just the vocals. And the USB microphone was like one you'd use for like conference calls and
Right.
shit. But like that changed the game. From there, I was like, yo, I'm going hard. And Dirk actually, he at the time, like we were like 13 and 14, me and you, and he was like maybe 17, 18. So he would like make a custom beat for me and mix the song for $20. So like that was like unheard of. So like him being able to mix and like knowing mixing and everything like that, like it bumped up the quality of the song. It's not that they were good, but like better than me just recording on the laptop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I remember like some of my songs back in the day. I know you remember it. My little brother would be crying in the background.
yeah,
You
yeah,
could
yeah.
hear it a bit. Now my brother's freaking 6'4" and shit. 15,
I know, dude. I
like-
saw him when I was at your wedding, bro. I saw him. I was like, holy shit. I was like, this is the kid I was crying in the back of the.
Yeah, no, time flies, bro. Like just seeing my brother grow, I'm like, damn, I'm getting old. It's crazy.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy too seeing like all the people you mentioned, like the YouTubers and shit, like them having kids and stuff and being like in their like now they're in their 30s and shit. Like
Yeah.
they didn't seem that old like when we were doing shit, but now it's like holy shit.
Yeah,
you know?
no, it's facts. Like I was I told this one kid, who was it? He was like my waiter or whatever at this one restaurant, and my girl was out there. I think we were in Applebee's or some shit. And he came up to me, and I'm like, oh, you look like D Pride, like because he looks like the new version of D
Yeah,
Pride with like
okay.
the crazy hair and
Yeah,
the
yeah,
like,
yeah.
piercings and stuff. And he was like, oh, D Pride, I know him, but he's old. And I was like, oh shoot, because he's
Yeah.
like 2-3 years older than me. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Yeah, this shit's crazy, but and then so 2008, like we linked up, right? And then we didn't meet till 2016.
Oh yeah,
You came to that show I had in Salem. You know what's funny? I was sitting. It was at I forget the name of the place, but I was sitting like right by the door.
the Gula Gula or
Is
something.
that, yeah, something like that.
Gula Gula something.
And I'm sitting at the door, and you were texting me that you're here, and I'm looking down at my phone. You were standing right here. Remember that?
Yeah.
You were standing, and you're looking at your phone. We both like. I look up, and you look at me. We're like, oh shit! It was the first time. Bro. That
Yeah,
shit
no,
was
I
crazy.
remember you had a couple guys performing with you. I
Yeah,
forget
I was
the
on like a
names,
little
but-
tour back then. Yeah. They don't deserve any clout.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna say the name on my podcast, but
Was it a shock to you when you found out he's white?
No, I wasn't shocked at all. The one thing I will say is this, though. Like, I was really impressed because he had the best performance of the night. And I'm not even, like, tooting his horn or anything.
I
Like,
appreciate that, bro.
people were coming out. There was one black dude. He comes out of nowhere. He's like, finally, they got real hip-hop in here. Like, I was like, shit. Like, he really performed. And then everybody else that performed after him, I was like, it's kind of mid. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? You could tell he knew what he was doing. He knew how to, like, move a crowd.
Oh, he's coming for your job, bro.
Yeah.
See, this is the
Chill
energy.
out.
This is the energy I need from you, bro. This guy's over here trying to tear me down,
No, I'm already jealous because you've known him longer than I've known him.
and he's nicer to me. He'll say like I'm the best rapper, but then he always like he'll be like, oh, the best rapper, and he could just stop right there, right? Be a nice friend. He always has to follow it up with something that just like totally takes away the compliment. So he'll say like in New Jersey, and I'll be like, all right, that's fine. But then he'll like limit it to like the county and shit, and I'm like, bro, he'll be like, bro, the best rapper in this region of Central Jersey, and I'm like, come on, man, like you were so close to giving me a
I
compliment.
gave him a shout out on Instagram like a couple weeks ago. I said the best rapper to ever come out of the tri-state area.
and that's a pretty.
Oh, that's
yeah,
a
see,
good compliment.
yeah.
I like
yeah,
that. That's
I
fine.
was trying to make it, like Jay-Z or like,
Sure, I mean,
trying to
yeah.
compare you to the likes of,
Well,
some of the greatest.
okay. You have
Was
to go
it-
back and listen to this episode so you can hear how you should be talking about me, bro.
Okay.
Put some respect on it.
Other than yourself, who do you think is the best New Jersey rapper?
Damn, New Jersey rapper.
Is it Fetty? No, I'm just joking.
I don't know. You know who?
Free Fetty, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
free him.
I don't know. Yeah,
He shouldn't still be selling shit though. He's definitely got enough money to not be doing that.
he had like an empire, bro. Just like he had like all these hits, and you're still doing that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But do you know J Hood? Do you know DJ J Hood?
Nah, who's
So
that?
he's like a big time Jersey Club producer, right? He was like one of the first, like not the first one doing it, because like DJ Tamil was like the first one like really doing Jersey Club shit. But like the first one that like took it and ran with it was DJ J Hood, and then he switched over to music. And a lot of times, like if you're a DJ and you switch over to rap, and it's like it don't really work. But no, his transition to like, and he still does like the Jersey Club shit, but he's nice with it, and he has songs with Fetty too. So
Okay.
yeah, he's out here. I think he does both too. He produces, he does a little bit of everything, but yeah, he's fire. I'm trying to think who else. I mean, there's so many that have like come and gone.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Shaq?
Shaq?
Yeah.
Oh shoot!
He's from Newark, right?
He is.
I forgot Shaq was even
He's
from
got
Jersey.
bars.
That's
He's a
some
DJ
clout
now.
right there. That's
DJ
some big
Diesel.
clout.
He's gonna be at Harris. You want to go see him?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Now that's
Is your
huge.
girlfriend
That's
old enough
huge
to get
clout.
into Harris?
Fuck you. Stop it.
Where would you guys
22.
like rank Joe Budden in it?
Oh shit, bro. He ain't even.
He's
You're-
not-
I don't know, bro.
My coworker never shuts the fuck up about. He's like Joe Budden's biggest fan.
Really?
I've never really listened to him, but he's always like, "Oh, you know that one Joe Budden song?" And I'm like, "No." Like,
See that group he was Slaughterhouse?
Oh,
Slaughterhouse is
Slaughterhouse
nice,
is nice.
but I don't know. His podcast is fire.
His podcast was
he-
fire, but
he's-
he got rid of Roy and Mal. I stopped listening. And I
Okay,
started
yeah,
listening
yeah.
to their podcast.
Yeah, I haven't listened to him in a while, but he's definitely entertaining.
Oh,
he's
yeah,
definitely
he's
better at
entertaining.
like being a media guy. But also, I'm biased because Pump It Up is from the Too Fast, Too Furious soundtrack.
Yeah.
And that's my shit. So if Pump It Up comes on when I'm in my car, I'm doing 90 minimum.
Yeah,
So
that
like
is a hit.
that shit's fire. But like, yeah, I don't know. Joe Budden is because he had a couple. He had like some mixtapes out too. Like
Yeah, now there was a time he was coming at Jay
2010s.
and everything. He was,
Was
supposed
he?
to be the one to replace Jay, supposedly.
yeah, that's
Z.
Yeah, yeah, Jay.
yeah. He's
This is crazy.
he gets a little bit too ahead of himself sometimes. But
Yeah, that's a lot. Like, I mean, Jay-Z is
Yeah.
like on the Mount Rushmore of rap. You know?
yeah,
Yeah, he didn't pan out to that level. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
he's still successful though. He's up there.
Now, what about female rappers? I know she's not a rapper per se, but like SZA is from New Jersey,
She
right?
is.
That's hip hop / R&B kind of,
Yeah,
right?
She's got to be up there.
I could be wrong because she might be from New York, but isn't Lauryn Hill from here? Am I crazy?
Yeah, I think so. Pretty
Yeah,
sure.
so that's a
yeah,
go
right?
go. I know Fuji's like came out from New Jersey.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Yeah, we don't really like we claim like we rep Jersey and everything like that, but like we don't really pay attention to that shit like that. Right?
Yeah.
It's also like I don't this will come out tomorrow, so I could say this, but like you're on vacation here. You
Yeah.
come here every summer. And it's so weird to think that like I won't say where you're at, but like do you come here for vacation? Like that's just weird to me. Right? I don't know.
No,
It's-
I can see why you think it's weird. It's like some people go to Martha's Vineyard, like from Massachusetts,
Yeah,
and I'd
yeah.
be like, really? You know what I mean? Like man, Obama was out there and shit. I was like, really? People coming to Massachusetts?
Yeah. Yeah, it's strange. And when you first got here, you were asking me like about New York and shit. Like to us, like New York is just kind of like it's just there. It's like whatever. Like
Yeah.
you said, your girlfriend's there right now. Like
Mhm.
it's just like But like people come here, like it's someone's life dream to like vacation in New York City, and we're just like, oh, we gotta go. Like if I was like, yo, I need to ride to the city, this guy'd be like, are you fucking kidding me? Take the train. But like somebody's like saving up their whole like life to go visit New York. But
What is it like? What do you guys think about Atlantic City? I haven't been out there, but everybody's like hyping it up to me, saying, "Oh, I gotta go there." and
You
all
never
this
been?
stuff. Never been.
Oh, okay.
So you definitely should go, but don't listen to the hype, right? But also, people are like real harsh on it for no reason. Like, I don't know that. I think they expect it to be like Vegas. It is nothing like Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Nothing at all. It's all run down. It's disgusting. But it's like. It's kind of like how I am with him. Like this guy. Like no, wait. I got a good point here because like. I'll talk shit about him, right? But I won't tolerate somebody else talking shit about him, right? It's like one of your boys that it's like, they're not like the best person, but you're not going to like,
on.
well, I didn't say you're not good, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have some redeeming qualities and you'll have a good time when you're there, but you also just got to like be cautious about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that makes
because you
sense.
might come away with the clap.
Yeah. You might get a disease or something. So.
Sheesh.
So here's my thing. I just like really like I went to a concert in AC like 2 months ago with my girlfriend and her dad. And I just don't fuck with gambling. And we had to walk through like the casino floor. and it's just like so gross and like gaudy, like all the flashing lights and like the whole thing is just to like suck money out of you, and it's like it just like makes me feel icky. So I don't love Atlantic City for that, but like it's fine. If you like gambling, you're probably gonna have a good time. I really wanted to go to the strip club. Didn't we go there? Or no, it was me and McGregor. We went to see Louis C.K. perform.
And then you went to a strip club?
No, I really wanted to, but he wasn't about it.
Which one in Atlantic City?
I don't know. It was like right by the venue, but I just saw like probably like I don't know, Live Girls or something like that.
Live,
he saved your
Live
money.
Girls.
There's no way that's not
Live
expensive.
Girls is crazy, bro. That's crazy. But you fuck with gambling?
So I gamble, but I wouldn't say I gamble often. Like I haven't started sports gambling because like that's good. That would be the gambling that I would go crazy for. You know what I mean? But if I'm going to a casino and stuff, I'm like a smart gambler.
Okay.
Like I'll win a little bit. If I lose, I lost a bit. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. That's what they all say, just so you know.
Yeah.
All gamblers. That's what they.
I have a system.
I have a plan. I go in. I know what I'm gonna lose. I know what I'm comfortable spending. Yeah, but there's a big casino in Boston now, right? That they just built. Have you been up there?
Oh, you talking about Encore?
Is that what it's called?
So they
Conor
have a
McGregor
new
was
one.
there.
Yeah, they have a new one that I've been up there. That was my worst gambling experience. I got destroyed there. Like, I was
much you
drunk.
lose?
I lost too much.
If you don't want to say it,
I was drunk and I was stupid. I wasn't doing good. I wasn't doing good. Like, I honestly, that's one of the experiences I was just like, why am I going back? Why do I keep thinking I'm going to win? And I was just like, all right, now I know. I can't get that drunk and gamble. Because that's what was fucking me up. I'm never that drunk gambling. I'm usually like a little buzz, you know what I mean? But I was pissed drunk.
That's what they want, too.
Yeah, for sure.
Nelly was in the house that time, too. We went to a Nelly concert. Yeah.
It
was just crazy because he was out there gambling and people were just watching him.
Really?
Yeah, he
Just on the
probably
casino
lost
floor?
just as much as me. You know?
Yeah. Also, we have casinos in Pennsylvania not far from us. That's closer to Atlantic City.
No.
So like us here, like he doesn't go. But like
I went. Which casino are you talking about? Because I think I went to
there's Sands and it's not Sands, Wind Creek.
Wind Creek.
Parks.
Yeah, I went to a concert at Wind Creek like the week after the AC concert.
Oh, it's the same band, right?
Yeah.
You're following them around like the dead.
Yeah, we're the groupies for the band.
You're the only ones.
Yeah, no, I've never been to Pennsylvania, but I want to go one day.
You're not
Literally,
missing
that's
much.
where my wife is from. So
Really?
one day I'll go. Yeah.
You're not missing much, bro.
You should check out Kensington. It's a really nice neighborhood.
No. You ever seen the videos of people in Philly where they're just like zombies?
Yeah.
That's
like bent over at the
Kensington.
waist.
Oh
just like,
yeah. So for us, that's Mass Ave in Massachusetts.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But but Atlantic City's nice though. They're building like a giant water park there. We should go check that out.
Oh, that's
Okay.
nice.
I love I haven't been to a water park since I was probably 15.
Really?
Yeah, I'd love to go.
I fuck with water parks.
Oh, so they got all type of things you can do there. So you don't just have to gamble. You could just
Yeah,
go out
no.
and have fun.
One of the casinos has lost its gambling license, and they put so they got rid of all the slot machines. It's like an indoor go-kart track now. So that shit's pretty cool.
How the fuck do you lose your gambling
I don't know.
license as
and
a
then,
casino?
And then the Stockton bought it. The Showboat. They bought the hotel for
school?
Yeah, for like
the
dorms and shit.
university?
Yeah. I blanked it. I forgot what I was saying. But and then like I think it's like an arcade and shit. And then there's a lot of shit. There used to be an arena football team down there too. I was down there all the time.
Oh yeah,
they
no,
call
I
it?
remember you were like so affiliated with them somehow. I remember.
Bro, I fuck
Bro,
with
he's a
it.
fucking co-owner of a team.
I wish, bro. I wish. Anyway, I could just bring it back to arena football. But,
Well, whatever even happened to arena football? Is it still like I haven't seen?
bro,
it.
how much time do you have? Bro? Let me check
get
how
him
much.
started,
Let me check how
please.
much time is on this SD card here. But league went out of business, but allegedly it's coming back supposedly next year. But I won't get into it. But
Yeah, they have the little fake internet ones they did, like with Johnny Manziel. It's kind of.
oh
like
yeah,
arena.
they got that shit too. But
What was that?
they had one. So there was a team in Utah that was called I think it was the Salt Lake City Screaming Eagles.
Okay.
And
Many words.
It was owned by these like tech dudes, and I think Norm Macdonald.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Okay. And
R.I.P.
the tech dudes like made an app where like the fans can call the plays, but like they weren't going through fast enough, and it was like this gimmick for the team.
Yeah.
So those guys like sold the team or whatever. They started their own league called the Fan Controlled Football League. So like every play is called by, and it's like streams on Twitch and shit.
Yeah.
But it sucks. But like they got Johnny Manziel in the league, and like. But and then like Quavo's an owner of a team.
Yeah.
And like
Is it still going or no?
I think it
sort
is.
of. But like the first game that they had like 800,000 people watching on Twitch. And then when the season came out, something like I don't know, they were saying there was like allegedly view bots and shit like that. Like nobody was watching it because they were like. First, they rented out an arena and just held it, but fans couldn't go.
Right.
And then they were doing it like in a warehouse and shit. I don't know. It's like, but Johnny Manziel, dude, that's funny as shit. But
Yeah, shout out to him. I wonder what he's doing right now.
yeah, probably has a podcast.
Probably.
But so that's funny. Like you follow like NBA and you follow like major sports. Like the more obscure the sport, the more I'm into it. Like if it's like some popular shit, I'm like, nah, I don't know, I can't get into it. But like,
He could tell you what like the minor league hockey team is in like
you pick a city, I'll tell you.
Boise, Idaho.
Really?
Steelheads.
That's impressive.
Steelheads. Google it right now. Google a hockey team, Boise, Idaho.
Okay.
That's impressive. Having no Boise, Idaho hockey
Boise,
team.
Idaho hockey.
We're not even going to cut any of this.
Idaho Steelheads.
That's impressive.
Come on, bro.
Round of
This shit-
applause. That's
Nah,
impressive.
it's definitely
I like their logo.
it's definitely a
It's
mental
cool. It's like a little fishy.
That's impressive.
it's definitely a mental illness. It's not impressive.
We're actually big into. We want to get into. What is it? What's the Taiwan League?
Oh, do you know about the T1 League where Dwight Howard plays?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I know about that. Yeah.
So we're fans of the new Taipei City DEA. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think
So they have a team out there that's named after the DEA, like the American Drug Enforcement Agency. And their logo's like a robot and shit. He plays for the Dwight Howard plays for the Snow Leopards, doesn't he?
Yeah. They have a cool logo. All the logos
Yeah,
are actually
yeah.
the new Taipei CTBC DEA. Doesn't it just
Yeah.
roll off the tongue?
Show him the logo. Yeah.
It's like a
that
little
logo
robot
is
guy.
insane. You got to
Yeah.
find a way to post
Yeah,
it.
he's got a basketball in his
Oh
visor.
no, bro, we've talked about this league like nonstop on here. This is like our
We want
favorite
to
league here.
like fund it. They have a team called the Ghost Hawks.
Yeah,
I mean,
what's
how
the-
fucking cool is
What's
that?
the other? There's another one too. Like it's a red something. They have like a fire. There's only like 8 teams, but
It's the Ghost Hawks, the Taichung Suns, the Kaohu Swing Aquas.
just say the team names. 'cause
Okay.
you're butchering this shit.
this one is great. The Hero Bears,
That shit's fire. I didn't even see it, but that shit's fire.
the Kings, the JKO Lioneers, and the 17 Live Steelers.
No, let me see that one. Is that new?
It might be.
Oh wow.
I got to
Do
see
you,
that.
do you
I
watch the
need to see
Big
that
Three?
logo.
Do you watch that at all?
Oh, that's perfect that you're actually saying that. Next weekend, I'm actually going to try to go.
Oh, yeah?
Like,
It's in Boston?
Yeah, it's in Boston.
That's
So
fire.
My
Yeah,
boy,
we should go to that.
Ironically, Easy
know-
S2, Samtu invited me. He's like, oh,
Really?
you want to go? $25.
Really?
I didn't
Yeah.
even know it was still going. Like
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I
yeah.
never hear. I remember when it first came out. Like Ice Cube was involved with it.
He
right?
still is, yeah.
Okay, and
Now-
I would hear about it a lot. But
I heard him on. You listen to Joe Rogan at all?
Yeah, of course.
So,
everybody
Ice Cube was just on there, and he was saying that like on the podcast, he was saying that the NBA like basically said like don't talk about that anymore.
yeah, they're
because
trying to
like
blackball him.
yeah,
why?
because like players are going over there and shit. Like Nick Young plays over there too. I think.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Because you
And,
know
like-
how it is. NBA wants to kind of be a monopoly. They don't want
Yeah.
like, people to compete because they're getting former NBA players that you give a fuck about actually want to watch. They don't
Right.
want that to
It's
blow
not
up.
like it's not like the obscure sports like that fan controlled shit. Like Johnny Manziel was like the biggest name in that league.
Yeah.
And like guys in that league were using that to try to get to like a bigger arena league or get to like a practice squad in the NFL and shit. But like the big three, like you said, they get names.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're going to that game and you're gonna see nobodies or like guys that like maybe were on a roster. Because like arena football, that's like what it is. Like, oh, this guy was on the practice squad with the Cardinals, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
man, you know what I'm saying? Like they're athletic and they're still out here and shit like that, but they're like,
Yeah, they're nobodies.
Yeah.
in a way.
But I thought the whole thing with the big three was that it was like older dudes who had retired.
Yeah,
that's
so
how
like-
it started.
So what's
right?
the big deal?
It kind of started as that.
What were
It
they
was,
like
older
stealing
dudes.
like younger guys who weren't quite good enough for the NBA?
I don't know if they're stealing, but it's like
Well, not stealing, but
it's sort of like the Dwight Howard thing. Like he's not that old and he can still
Yeah.
play, but it's
Yeah.
just like so competitive. And you got to think every year
But
how
I'm-
many guys are coming into the league.
I'm saying what's the difference between like let's say Dwight Howard going overseas where the NBA is not going to get a cut anyway, or
Yeah.
just going to the big three? Like why would they care?
I don't know.
Because it's easily accessible. You know what I mean? I
Right.
can't actually go to Taiwan and watch them. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
Right.
Like,
it's also like how do we watch those games? Those
Yeah.
Taiwan games.
Yeah, true.
But like and now with that you're going to, you get to watch multiple games.
I think it's multiple games.
Yeah, 'cause
Because
they-
it's like 3 o'clock to like 6 or something. So it
Okay.
has to be multiple. It's only 3-on-3. There's
Yeah.
no way it could
And they
be
played
just
a
one
50,
game.
right?
Right.
Yeah, they played a 50.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
You didn't know that? Yeah, I didn't know much about it, but yeah, they played a 50, and then it's half court too, right?
Yeah, half court.
And yeah, we should go. We should.
2s and 3s or 1s and 2s?
So it's like 2s and 3s. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, there's like some names. I'd go.
Yeah.
They have some cool team names too.
Yeah, they do. They do. They definitely do.
And do they move around or it's always the same
So
place?
they move around everywhere. So
Okay.
it's like they're going on tour. You
Okay.
know what I mean? So
Yeah, because I think there's only like 6 teams. So
Yeah.
there's not a lot of teams.
Mhm.
So then it'll be like a weekend thing, and then it'll be like you said, it's like a long event. They'll play.
yeah,
You
that's
said
what-
Nick Young was in it. Who else is like big in it?
I know what is in this one dude was in it. Oh my god, like the name escapes me. Damn. I know Katino Mobley's in it. I don't
Okay.
know, but damn, Reggie Jackson. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Yeah. And what is it? I know they had AI for a bit, but they don't have AI anymore because it's just not able to do it.
Right.
Let me see. Who else do they have? It's escaping me. I don't know.
I
They have
I
some
want to say they
software.
had like Marbury in it. Maybe.
I don't think they have stuff.
No?
I could be wrong though. I don't think he's in it though.
Okay.
I know he was in China for a little bit and he like
okay.
became
Yeah.
like a god over there. They literally got a statue from there. And
Oh
stuff.
wow.
It's crazy.
Weren't they trying to ask Dwight Howard to take less money? Wasn't that like a thing? Remember I sent you an
Might have
article in
Yeah.
that Taiwan
I don't
league?
read anything you send me.
You want? I rarely ever watch a reel that you send me.
That's really not. That's upsetting.
I just watch it like I'll watch the little preview and I'll
Yeah.
double tap it. But you send me so many that it's just
I watch everything you send me.
That's
no
not
matter
true.
what.
That's
Yeah,
not true.
it is. It is true, and I can prove it.
okay.
I'll take
We'll,
a test.
we'll have this off air. We'll have
Even if it's like jiggly women that I send you, you don't watch the whole thing.
bro, dude, this guy's explore page, dude, is borderline criminal.
No, really.
That's
Dude,
not true.
it's
Don't
ins-
say that.
It's I'm not cutting any of this. It's
okay,
insane.
well, I'll defend myself.
It's insane the stuff on that this guy sends me, and he'll be like, "Oh my god, I just opened this at work," and then expects me to watch it at work. No.
Okay.
Is it like big booty bitches? Is that type of
It's
shit?
Yeah,
everything.
it's just like
It's-
jiggly women in like athletic clothing.
Lately,
and
it's
stuff.
been like naked pregnant
I'm
women.
getting some
That's
pregnant women.
crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. Like my explore page. So obviously I'm a married man. So my shit is like literally sports, track. Like it's like basketball. Like it's memes. You know what I mean? Like it's as PG as possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I see like one woman on it, I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Now, what about your alternate account? What's on there?
The burner.
Your burner, yeah,
on the
yeah.
burner account. We're talking about main pages, bro. Okay, no backups, nothing like that. Main pages,
Oh
bro.
my god, that's
Yeah,
hilarious.
his shit's crazy.
I love it though. It's so good. Instagram knows me perfect.
It shows that the algorithm is like on fire.
Yeah, no, that's on fire. You guys use TikTok at all? I'm not a TikTok
He
guy.
doesn't.
So.
He's
Well,
super anti.
I basically get TikTok on Instagram Reels. It all filters
Oh, yeah, I
down
filters.
anyway.
but he'll
so.
send me some shit I saw like a month ago on TikTok.
He's like, I already saw this.
You know why? Because I would send when he was big into Reddit, I would send him shit and be like, "Oh, this was on Reddit like a month ago."
I don't feel like that's true.
It's
That's-
100% true. When you were like peak Reddit guy, you were like so high and mighty about what you knew about the internet. It was so frustrating. It's true, dude.
Yeah, no, Reddit is quick with it.
It is
Reddit
the front page of the internet.
It
you
is
know?
okay, but like TikTok is slowly approaching that title because
I would just love it if we could be nice to each other. You know.
No, you're saying that because someone else is here. You would be arguing me all day long.
Shut the fuck up. Fuck you.
But you don't fuck with TikTok?
So I don't use TikTok. Like so we have a page like for the podcast page. We got
Okay.
a TikTok. I don't run it. It's my boy Luke does it. Shout out to Luke. But
Yeah, shout out to Luke, bro. Met him at the wedding.
yeah, solid guy. I'm glad you guys got a chance to meet.
Yeah.
But when it comes to TikTok in general, I feel like, all right, so I got a sister-in-law and she goes on TikTok sometimes. Shout out Rachel. She will sit on TikTok for like 2 hours. And that shit like freaks me out. Like I think it's like mad addictive because you know
Oh,
how, like,
yeah.
Snapchat
100%
has
is.
it, the reels like
Yeah.
you could just go
Bro,
through it. I'm
Amazon
not
has
trying-
it.
Yeah.
Bro, if you search shit on Amazon, there's a little tab and it'll just be reviews that people make of like shit on I showed you.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
It's like every app has like their own version
The
of it
like
now.
little bite-sized
Yeah, yeah.
videos.
It's insane.
And I'm that way too with Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. Like I'll sit there for literally like an hour and just like
Yeah.
not often, but when I do, it's like fucking scary.
And dude, those algorithms, bro, like it's just like this shit is
It's sort of
insane.
like it's like a bag of potato chips for your eyes. Like
your
you just
brain.
can't stop. Just
And then you look up and it's dark
not
outside. You're
good.
like, oh shit.
And you know what about TikTok? Do you know how you can easily like blow up off of TikTok? Like it's like probably got like the best algorithm for blowing up.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to become one of those that are just like I'm like making a TikTok. You know what I mean? Like I'm really
Right.
like doing it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because like you could reach people really well on it,
Yeah.
and I just don't want to fall into that world of like, oh, I got like text in the background that don't relate to the song that's going on. And
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
like,
like
You got
Subway
Subway
Surfers. Yeah. Now, I've thought about that, like, when we make clips, I think it'd be funny to post, because, like, usually the accounts that will post, like, the ones with, like, a video game in the background or, like, videos on the side is usually not the official count of, like, the account
Right.
of the thing. But I think it'd be funny for our page to be making those where we're putting Subway Surfers behind the clips.
Yeah.
Because I just think that's funny. But, like, we have it, too, for the podcast, and I post clips on there. But, like, I get what you're saying. Like, it's like Vine. Like, you become someone that's like a Vine star.
Yeah.
Like, where like we post shit on, well, I post shit on like Instagram, what's the other, YouTube Shorts, and then TikTok. But yeah, like making something specifically for TikTok is like, what the fuck are we doing?
Well, that guy I sent you yesterday, I don't want to say who it is and like make fun of him, but like his videos are funny, but he has like this kind of gimmick he does, and I'm just like, this is like kind of this guy's life a little bit. Like he just like, I imagine him behind the camera just like setting it up and taking like multiple takes, and I'm like, that's like kind of sad.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you know about the NPC trend that's going on?
Yeah.
Right now? Have you seen any of it?
Ice cream, good.
Oh yeah, where people like
Gang,
spam
gang,
like
gang, gang.
Yeah. No,
Bubbles.
that's fucking scary.
Gang, gang. Bro, that one
That's
girl
scary.
though, Pinky Doll.
Yeah,
you,
Pinky Doll.
Yeah, bro, you'd love her, bro.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But dude, that shit's crazy. But then people are making like money at that shit.
She's making $7K a day doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
A
yeah.
day.
She's like
That's
she's like the
crazy.
top one. But like some people are making, you know, even if it's a couple $100. But then I think like, I don't know, like the fact that it could be screen recorded, like,
Yeah.
is the only thing stopping me from doing it. Because if it couldn't be screen recorded, well, I'd be on. Gang, 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 gang. Thanks for the glizzy. Dude, that shit though,
That's so scary.
Yeah.
Like society is just like,
it's
Who thought of that shit? Like, who was like, oh, this is it?
Yeah.
We got to
Yeah.
make people do this.
well, it must have started with like the ASMR shit, right?
Yeah.
And then this
It's
is
gotta
just
be-
like a
yeah.
bite-sized distillation
but also
of that.
it's got to also be related to like the girls on Twitch that would be in hot tubs. You know about that? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
like that would just be like, you don't know about that? Like girls would be on Twitch like in a bikini, because you can't be on Twitch. I think their rules were like you can't like be just in a bikini on Twitch.
Right.
So they'd be like in a hot tub, so then it like fit into the
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
it wasn't like they were strictly just in a bikini, and then they would just be like just getting wet, shit you would love,
Right.
just getting wet and sudsy. You know what I mean? And then they banned those streams because people were donating and stuff.
Right.
So it's got to be like a version of that. And then like girls would do it on TikTok too. They'll sit or like be like laying in a way where like their like tits are out and shit like that.
I sent you a video on Instagram the other day. Like the chick just was like fully naked, basically.
Yeah,
Oh,
Instagram's been crazy
on
lately.
Instagram?
Dude, on his
There's
Instagram.
I see like the dark alleys of Instagram. There's like this little like micro trend on like, I think it's like a TikTok thing, but it's like I see it on Instagram. But it's like they'll post I think it's a Mickey Mouse Clubhouse like audio, but like the trick is it'll be like a normal video of this girl, and then like there'll be just like a split second frame of them like in a bikini or like just
So it's like one frame in the video.
and
that-
you have to try and pause it.
or screenshot it. But
Yeah.
if you save the video, you can like scrub through
Yeah.
it. Or so I hear. If you save the video, then you can go to the exact part. But it's like one frame, so
Yeah.
like it doesn't get taken down.
Yeah.
But you see everything. Like
Yeah.
they can post anything in that one frame. It's insane.
I sent him one the other day. The chick just fully had her tits out.
Totally.
Like,
It's-
free the nipple, man. It was
The
crazy.
nipple is definitely free. I'll tell you that.
So that AI shit has to be like a trend based off that, like like a thing of that. But then they sit there and they're just like sitting like this. And it's like so weird.
Yeah.
But you know what's like they'll make a TikTok and it'll be like, I would never do that. Like it's so stupid. Like if you ever see me go live, I would never do that. And that's like the joke. And then you click on them, like you could see next to their profile when they're live.
Yeah.
And then they're on there like doing this shit,
Yeah.
right? But it's so sad. Like I've clicked on ones, they've had like 30 viewers. It's like you gotta pack it up.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, it's like OnlyFans light.
Yeah,
You know what I
definitely
mean?
is. That's 100%
Like
what it is.
it's so embarrassing. Like you don't want to get caught doing it, but the
Yeah.
people that are really doing it are like making a lot of money.
Yeah, they're
but then
killing
like
it.
the majority of people like, shit's weird.
It's tough though. I don't even know how people be blowing up on that. Like, how do you even get in that avenue? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Yeah, like, yeah, I have no idea, dude. And everything too, like stand-up clips and stuff too. You'll see like people doing it and stuff. Then there's even people that like are accused of making fake stand-up clips.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like posting themselves
Like making a set.
like we could just set these up and I
Yeah.
could film you and make it look like, and have the microphone and
I love
put
that.
fake laughs in and shit like
yeah.
that.
No, you could also plant people in the crowd. Like, I don't
That-
know why
oh,
like some
yeah.
comedians don't do that. You
Yeah.
know what I
Yeah,
mean?
just to get laughs and shit like that. I'd laugh hard as hell. If I go to the
Thank you.
open mic, I'd just laugh at everything you say.
He's been trying to encourage me for years to do stand-up comedy.
I think you'd be good at it.
I'll never
And
do
I also think if we have this podcast, like we can't both be the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I mean, like,
White?
I would say consider. I'd say consider stand up, but like, obviously, stand up is like a whole different animal. Like,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, there's people that aren't that funny, but they're nasty at stand up. You
Oh,
know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like a weird type of funny.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, just like having it like that. Like Cat Williams, that's my guy.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
Cat Williams. What is it? My all-time favorite, Dave Chappelle.
Okay,
Love
yeah,
Dave
yeah.
Chappelle. Who's your favorite comedians? If you had to pick.
I'm right now I really love Tom Segura.
Yeah,
like
I
he's
fuck
one
with
of my
him.
favorites.
Yeah. I fuck with Andrew Schultz too.
I like Andrew Schultz. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who Tom is.
Really?
I don't have no idea.
He's like one of the biggest. He does Two Bears One Cave. He does
Show him a picture of him.
he's been on Joe Rogan like a ton.
Yeah.
he's part of that group.
like one of Joe Rogan's boys.
Like Bert Kreischer, Ari Shafir, like they're all boys.
Yeah. David
Oh,
Lucas is funny.
It's
as
not the
shit.
big Italian dude, right?
He's probably thinking of Joey Diaz.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
that's the
Joey
one,
Diaz.
Yeah.
He lives in Jersey now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like that guy.
That
He's
guy-
Yeah,
hilarious.
Joey Diaz is funny. Bill Burr.
Oh, I've seen him. Bill
Yeah,
Burr.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
our people.
Bill Burr, he's
Massachusetts.
great.
Yeah, Massachusetts guy. Then there's some people where like I love their podcast and they're funny as shit on a podcast,
Yeah.
but then like I can't get into their stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
It's tough.
I'm
it's
not gonna
tough.
say who. I know you. I saw that. I saw you were about to ask
My
me
mouth
who.
was moving.
I saw you were gonna ask who. No, I'm not gonna say. But yeah, but I think you'd be
Trying to
great at
think.
it, dude.
I'm a big John Mulaney fan.
I'm
that's-
an even bigger fan now that I know he was like doing crazy drugs and shit. I love him now.
And he fucking shacked up with what's her face?
Oh, what's
Olivia
her name?
Munn.
Yeah.
Damn, she's
They-
getting with
they-
everybody.
they-
Wasn't she with Tim Tebow at one point?
Probably. Who knows?
don't know.
Allegedly. You have to say
Celebrities.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Who are some of your favorite comics?
I just said
Yeah, Andrew
Schultz.
Bill Burr.
David Lucas, Tony Hinchcliffe.
I'm like blanking right now. There's this English guy, James Acaster.
He's funny as shit.
He's like very like he's just got this strange brand of comedy. He has a thing on
Akash
Netflix.
Singh.
Akash Singh.
Oh, Akash is mad
Yeah.
funny. I love him.
Acaster has this thing on Netflix. It's like 4 specials, but it's just like you got to check it out. It's so bizarre. It might not be up your alley, but it's just like he's a weird guy.
Have you guys seen like the Pretty Boy that's blowing up? Like he like
Matt
calls
Rife?
people.
Yeah,
What's it?
Matt
Matt
Rife.
Rife.
Yeah,
The
him,
guy
him,
with
him.
the teeth.
Yeah,
He was on Wilder now.
Yeah, he was on Wild. I
Yeah.
didn't even like recognize him from it because like I think he was only like on a couple episodes
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
and he was like mad young when that show was.
Yeah, he looks completely different, but he's
Yeah.
killing it. Like my girl
Yeah.
wants to go to one of his shows. The fact that he's like really good with engaging with the
Yeah,
crowd. You know what I
yeah.
mean? But I do wonder because like, does he just do crowd play? You know, because I haven't
Yeah.
seen him like just
Yeah.
go without the crowd. You know
I think too, like a lot of people will say, like, "Oh, why do comedians only post their crowd work?" I
Yeah.
think they don't want to like burn through their material.
Yeah,
So,
true,
so they'll just
true.
post like the crowd work and shit too. But
That makes sense because
Yeah.
obviously they're gonna repeat. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
That's why I don't let you record stuff.
yeah,
And it also like kind of makes you look like a better, funnier comic because it's like,
you're
oh
doing-
wow, this is just off the cuff.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this guy's amazing.
yeah.
But
What if their actual material is like trash?
Yeah,
and they're just better at doing crowd work.
they're just good at being mean to people.
See, you could.
You'd be a great stand-up. You're
There's
jerk.
like some other comedians too that I like, but are canceled, so I won't tell you on air who they are that I like. But
Louis C.K.
oh yeah, but he
Like
he-
one of the
he's-
greatest to ever do it.
Yeah,
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah?
I'll say that. And maybe he did some things that were gross, but I'm just saying
Allegedly.
as a comedian,
I think we do have to
fucking
reel
hilarious.
it back a little bit for that movie he made with Joe List.
Why you didn't
Not
like that
that-
movie? You
not
saw
that-
it?
yeah, I
I'm
saw
surprised you even watched it. What was it, 4th of July or
Yeah.
something like that?
You know he shot that on film, on actual film.
Yeah.
Stop trying to push Joe List as an actor, please.
When are we making a movie?
I'm down, bro.
This guy's always writing
Yeah, I wanna
scripts.
make a
He won't
movie.
let me punch him up.
Oh, you write scripts? Okay, I didn't know.
Not really, kind of. Just fucking guy, dude. I can't stand you. I can't stand you.
I love you so much, dude.
It's like we want to be supportive and on my team when there's somebody else here, and then, dude, literally every time we do an episode, he just has to take the other side of whatever I'm saying.
That's not true.
It's 100% true. 100% true.
I couldn't disagree more.
He got his act together today, though.
Yeah,
He's got you.
for once. But yeah, don't
I
touch
love
me, bro.
being so close to you.
I hate that. I'm glad that we're this far in. That was the first time you did that. I don't like that you're this close.
You guys can't see under the table. I can.
Are your shoes on?
No, yes, they are actually. I'm behaving because MDogg's here.
That shit's crazy. But yeah, I would love to make a movie. But I think we have to start with like well, I'm not we. Fuck you. Fuck. See, this is what he does. He'll talk about my ideas, so I talk about them, and then I say we, so he just gets included. But he doesn't deserve to be
Just want a
included.
producer credit.
No, I gotta sit like this, dude. Fuck you.
Dude,
I'm sitting like this for the rest of the
remember
episode.
how nice I was behind the camera? Remember?
No.
I shot
He filmed
shot
that
his
most
music
recent
video.
He filmed it.
Oh,
Yeah.
He didn't edit
I
it.
filmed it. I was the director.
Okay. That's a good job.
I got a guy on Fiverr to edit it.
No, for real?
Yeah.
That's
And
what's
that
up.
other video I did, No Breaks one, that one, I guy on Fiverr.
I filmed that too.
You
No,
filmed-
no.
I'm
he
about to
didn't.
say it's on fire.
No.
No breaks. Like, there's angles and everything.
No, he didn't do that shit. Shout out to Mac 11. He filmed that. My boy, Mac 11. But yeah, fuck you.
I love you, dude.
Don't touch me, bro.
Wasn't gonna touch
You
it.
looked at me like you were gonna touch me. I don't like it.
I'm excited for this album though, or mixtape or project or
Me
whatever.
too, bro. I got some beats I gotta send you.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We got to get that running. 2024, too. That's
Yeah.
got to be the year.
Yeah, we gotta drop it, bro.
And if you guys like need me to hop on, like I'm glad to be of service.
We'll definitely have you on a skit. You know what I mean?
yeah, okay.
See, that's what I want to hear.
See, I can't say no because it's a 50-50 thing. And a project with MDogg would be a true 50-50 thing, so I can't shoot it down. But you know that one of my favorite skits at the end of I don't even know the song, but it's off of Her Loss, and it's that guy and he's talking about like I put the lights on the Eiffel Tower. You know that?
Oh, yeah.
You're driving around in your most expensive cars. You know that?
Oh, it's like fuck you, I don't care. Yeah, something like that.
I come from nothing. I come from nothing. The lights of the Eiffel Tower. I'm turning them on every day. Dude, that shit is so funny to me. But,
My favorite line off of that album that I like, it's always in my head, is 21 Savage is like, it's something like Cena in a club with a man's. I'm like, hey.
oh
friend.
yeah. I'm like, hey, friend. Yeah.
It's just so funny. I don't even really listen to him. I heard it because he's on that album with Drake. But that
See, I
just
think
makes me
he's in
giggle.
New York this weekend. That would have been a show I would have loved to go.
21
to.
Savage.
No, that Drake. He's on
Oh,
tour.
okay.
With
Oh, yeah. No, Drake's been going everywhere.
But how expensive are the fucking tickets?
No,
though?
it's expensive.
Yo, you know, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but I was looking at soccer tickets.
That was it. That was all.
Because you know Messi's plays for he's in MLS now.
Inter Miami.
Yeah. So the Red Bulls on August 20th, I think they're playing DC United. I think that's the team.
Who are the Red Bulls? Is that?
New York Red Bulls.
Oh, okay.
They play in Jersey though.
Okay.
But like tickets, their stadium's small. It's like 25,000. Like regular tickets were like $35.
Oh, wow.
For the Messi game because he's playing like the next week there.
Yeah.
But the same seats were like $400.
Jesus
And it's like in the upper level. I was like, dude, so I would have liked to go, but it's like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. But
Now everybody's trying to go, even me. Like
Really?
like next year,
trying to
because
go?
they already like with the New England Revolution or whatever, they already played Inter Miami.
Okay.
So me and my boy, we have like a deal to go next year and see
Okay,
him.
yeah.
But the thing is, it's gonna be a shitload of money.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
see, he, like got the game-winning goal and shit. Like,
nah, I don't follow it at all. I
yo,
just think
it's been
something-
everywhere. Like
Really?
first game ever, this man comes in and wins it for them 94th minute in overtime off a free
Damn.
kick, and it's like, wow, this dude's really the GOAT. Like just coming out.
yeah.
I think I did see that actually. There's like I think he's a YouTuber. Do you know Speed?
Yeah, Speed.
Oh,
he was
yeah,
out there like
he
with the
had like
Ronaldo
he had a
shirt.
Ronaldo jersey and he made the goal and he took it off and underneath was a Messi
Really?
jersey. Yeah.
That's funny as shit.
Yeah, that man is insane. Do you know that man's like 19, 20? Like that man's
He
like
just
older
performed
than
at
his-
Rolling Loud.
Oh, really?
He performed. How does he perform?
Dude, I have no
He's just
idea.
yelling like
he
an
was.
idiot?
Yeah, I saw a video. I think it was on Say Cheese, but he was going nuts. I was like, what the fuck?
Nah, I kind of envy like people like Speed, like and what is it, Kai, like Kai
Oh,
and
yeah,
Speed.
yeah, yeah.
So those guys like it's like, oh, you're just yourself. You're just
Yeah.
yourself playing
Yeah.
video. They don't even play video games anymore.
They
you know
used
what I
to,
mean?
right? Yeah,
they
yeah,
used
yeah.
to, but like they just on Twitch, just being themselves, chilling with rappers, doing this and that. And
That's
like,
what we're trying to do
You
here.
got
That's why
Ice
we got.
Spice and the.
That's why we got you here, bro. Just chilling with rappers, rappers chilling with rappers, wannabe rappers chilling with rappers. We're out here, bro. Yeah, but he's,
Any rapper we have on, I'm just like, please, just let me be in your zone.
you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, so
I feel
somebody will
like-
say yes.
I feel like, to your point, I could be a good like skit guy, you know? Like you don't have to let me rap. Just like for Drake or Nicki Minaj or whoever, I'll be your funny little white guy, you know?
I'll sell. I'll sell them like clips of the podcast.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like they could use like like the 9/11 clip with she wasn't alive. That'd be a great clip to put on the podcast.
Oh, that's still one of my favorites.
I want to comment on that for a second. I saw that I was dying. Yeah, he told me more details I will not release in this.
Oh yeah, we were talking about.
what could be so bad?
I we're talking about it off. It wasn't bad. It was just, you're just an insane guy.
Yeah, I don't want to hold you into that.
I'm unabashedly myself.
Yeah, I mean, borderline. Well, I won't even say it. Nah, it would have been. I don't want to have to edit anything. So far, this is great. I don't have to cut anything so far. So what I was gonna say would have been wild, but I'm not gonna say it. So we're good. But we'll keep it at that, man. I mean,
I'm a good guy. I'm a law-abiding citizen.
yep.
I wanna say that.
Everything's above board, legal, and that's it.
Amen to that. As it should be.
Yeah. So whatever, man. But yeah, no, this is a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
And
This has been a great episode.
yeah, of course, man. We got to have, and I appreciate you for being our first guest.
Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah,
Thank
bro.
you.
We had a great time. We actually did over an hour, so we're doing good here. Usually we struggle to get to 50 minutes, and I got to cut shit. He joked about it, like he was like, imagine I'm on my phone, and then MDogg's like, is he just like this? And I'm like, yeah, you got to ignore him. But like when it's just me and him, dude, like I'll be trying to like think of something, and he'll just be.
That's not
And
you.
oh my God, Brady, I have hours that I cut out. Every episode I have to edit because I can see the waveform, right? When I import the audio, there's like these giant gaps on the timeline of just silence because like I'm trying to do something and he's just scrolling. I'm like,
Well,
this-
it's hard to like manufacture like commentary when you're like searching
okay,
for something.
but then I got to reel you back in from your phone. Just
Yeah.
sit there for a
Oh, you
second.
get lost.
Dude,
well, looking at all the jiggly pregnant women, you know.
it's the Z-Listers podcast. Thanks for listening. This guy's an animal. Shout out to MDogg for coming out here, bro. It's been a long time in the making. Hell
Let
yeah,
me get
brother.
one.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Let's do it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Power
Blow it
Rangers.
up. Hell yeah. Thanks for listening. Z-Listers podcast. Peace.
Bye guys.